What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back with the weekly reset roundup for Destiny 2, kicking off the new year with the reset on January 4th. And I hope you guys are doing well, of course, Happy New Year! It's also flu season, and I'm highly infectious, so hopefully my voice will hold up for this video, but don't worry, I won't pass it on to you guys, and for the weekly reset this week, we've got bonuses for Nightfall, so we'll cover that as well as the rewards. Also the 30th anniversary pack content reset, and then the dawning has come to an end, but we've got other rewards and cosmetics in the store, and as always, we'll break down key activities, playlists, and other things for the week. So guys, as always, I hope you find the video useful, but without further delay, let's get into it. And starting out, something to mention before the reset today, but Bungie Help said that Destiny 1 and 2 will undergo maintenance on January 4th starting at 5 AM PST, and players will be removed from activities at 5:45 AM PST, which is 13:45 UTC, and unable to log in until 8 AM, which is an hour before the reset, so just bear in mind there will be a little bit of downtime immediately before reset this week. But moving into the gameplay stuff, this week's bonus ranks are in the Vanguard playlist, so it'll be a decent week to jump into the Nightfall, and we've got Lake of Shadows featured, so could be a good one to farm through a few times. Of course, Bungie did make some changes to the final boss encounter recently, and so the boss itself takes a bit more engagement, but nonetheless it's still a very short and farmable strike, with the weekly drops being the Palindrome and the Swarm, and as always, adept variants of those weapons will drop in Grandmasters. Then moving on to other activities, of course, the 30th anniversary stuff, and the Dares of Eternity Pinnacle Challenge will reset, plus we'll have a new enemy and challenge rotation for the week, where we should see the second week's triumphs if you're still working on Vidmaster stuff. But on top of this, we get a reset on the dungeon loot, and of course it can also be farmed for additional rolls on things we've already acquired, as many times as we like each week. Next though, for other playlists and activities, the unique Crucible playlist for the week will be Clash, and then to Season of the Lost content, the Debris of Dreams will return as the featured Shattered Realm, and that'll be the same for the legendary variant of the activity. But in the Legends tab for the Vault of Glass, the challenge mode for the week will be Ensemble's Refrain, which of course is Atheon challenge mode, and so completing that on Master difficulty will reward corrective measure time lost. Now though, let's move on to the Eververse store for the week. And in terms of items featured for Bright Dust, we've got the 2 Cool Dance, a legendary emote right here for 700 Bright Dust, as well as the Calming Down rare emote, which will be available for 400 Bright Dust. Additionally, we've got the Only the Finest Transmat effect, this week available for 450 Bright Dust, and the featured shader for the week is Shattered Sinew, and the 30th anniversary one right there, which is 300 Bright Dust as always. But next we've got the Bad Scene Exotic emote, that one's 3250 Bright Dust this week, but also the Slow Jam Legendary Multiplayer emote, which is 1250 Bright Dust. Then for a few more exotic items, we have the Hardlight Shell, pretty cool Hardlight themed ghost shell there for 2850 Bright Dust, as well as the Nemi and Galley, the exotic ship available for 2000 Bright Dust. Plus the Frictionless Road Rocket, a pretty cool exotic sparrow for 2500 Bright Dust, and then the Cedar and Ash ornament for Witherhoard, which is also pretty cool, and that'll be 1250 Bright Dust this week. Then finally, we've got the legendary Ghost Projection, the Spider Projection, which is available this week for 1500 Bright Dust. And that leaves the final few bits of activity content to mention, and we've got the Exo Challenge on Europa, which should be Simulation Safeguard, the Eclipse Zone, which will be in Cadmus Ridge, and then the featured Empire Hunt, of course, with Pinnacle drops this week, will be the Technocrat. But finally, if you are completing any of the Legacy Dreaming City content, the Ascendant Challenge this week is the first one in the rotation, Ouroborea, which is accessed via Aphelium's Rest in the Strand. And if you are completing any of that older Forsaken content, we'll run the location for the challenge this week, as well as the collectibles within. And of course that does it for most of the gameplay stuff. Not sure if we're going to get any other updates from Bungie this week, possibly a TWAB on Thursday. But of course, as we move further into January and especially February, we can expect Bungie to start talking a lot more about Witch Queen and some of the updates that are going to come alongside that expansion. So there definitely will be lots more Destiny stuff to talk about, guys. And as always, if you want to keep posted on the world of Destiny content, be sure to get subscribed to the channel. Of course, we're also anticipating some kind of end of season piece, probably a narrative thing, to round out Season of the Lost before we go into Witch Queen. A few folks have been asking about when we can expect to actually see that. There's definitely been a gap over the past few weeks since we finished the narrative stuff, and obviously when any end of season stuff will drop. And so really it's anybody's guess as to precisely when it could happen, but once again we're 6 or 7 weeks out from Witch Queen, something like that, so hopefully there won't be too much of a wait. But anyway guys, thank you so much for the support you've shown on the channel over the last year or so. It'll definitely be different to have an expansion launch at the start of the year, or close to the start of the year, so looking forward to that and of course the subsequent seasons. And as always, I'll be doing my best to keep you guys posted with all of that here on the channel. But for today, if you've enjoyed the video, a like rating below really does help us out, and otherwise thank you as always for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.